Hey everyone, Micron Productions here. So recently there have been some leaks and information regarding the next season of Ninjago, which is supposed to come out in the summer 2022. Technically it's supposed to be season 15, but because of inconsistency reasons, it's also being called season 16. There's a whole debate about that, so I'm just going to refer to it as season 16 in this video. Originally, I was planning to do this kind of video once the actual set images for the summer came out, and then I would do my own breakdown and thoughts on the actual sets and whether it's going to be a good wave or not. From what I've heard, it seems like it's going to be much better than what we got early this year. I also have a video regarding what I thought about those sets too. This video will contain spoilers for the summer season, so just wanted to let you know about that. One piece of information that I find extremely interesting is how it's being called Endgame. At least that seems like the season name. I find that kind of ironic, but also really fascinating since it kind of feels like the end of an era where this show has been going on for so long that maybe it's possible that it's actually ending. Although it's been confirmed that there is going to be more Ninjago stuff next year, it could be the actual ending of the TV show and then they just continue the sets, or it could be like a reboot next year and that they'll have new characters, or maybe have some kind of continuation. Who knows, I guess we'll have to find out as time goes on. Speaking of endings, I'm also still working on the final season of my own Ninjago stop-motion series. It's been taking a while to get through due to a few factors, and also because I want to work on other videos too. But half of it is done, known as the Guardian War, and I'm working on the second part, which is known as Submerged. I've already gotten the first episode out, and I am working on the next episode, which will be episode 10 of the overall season, and it will be really long, so hopefully that makes up for it taking a while to actually finish. And I'm also considering if I should have a trailer for it. Most of the episodes will be Seabound related, and I know what you're thinking, haha, that came out last year, I can't believe it's taking so long, bro, why are you so late? OMG, that's so funny. And yeah, I get it, it's taking a while. I am definitely planning for the ending of the main series to come out no later than this year. I'm also considering having a movie as the main conclusion that will feature the summer sets after the few episodes with Seabound, and maybe a couple other things happen, depending on the schedule and how fast I'm able to get these episodes out. Alright, now let's actually discuss the season leaks and what could happen. This video is not really going to be talking about the sets, since I feel like that's already been covered by other people, and I'm more likely going to wait until the actual set images are revealed, and then I can give out my thoughts and do a full breakdown and talk about the details of the sets as well. However, leaked details from the sets will be talked about, along with the actual season itself. And like I said before, there will be spoilers, so keep that in mind. Alright, so the main villain of the season seems to be the Crystal King, which has been revealed as the Overlord, and he's also been revealed as the Vengestone Buyer, which was a whole plot point from Season 13. So yeah, 2 reveals in 1. I'm kind of disappointed that the Overlord returning was leaked so early, since I would have preferred watching the season without any spoilers and just being shocked there. But it is what it is. I'm kind of glad he's returning since it's been a while, and he's one of my favorite villains. Although, I'm kind of a little worried because, well, I mean it makes sense that he would return because if he's supposed to be the main villain of the final season, then I think it makes sense, and it works because that's how the original series was going to end, with him as the ultimate bad guy. But I feel like it would have been better if the Crystal King was a whole new villain, and you could still have the Overlord as an overarching threat. That's just my personal take on it, but either way, I still think that this works. And no, it does not undermine Zane's sacrifice from Season 3, because he did come back the next season after, so there's that, and the Overlord is an entity that can't really be destroyed, even though he can be defeated, so it kind of makes sense for him to come back. I'm sure they might have some more explanation about where he's been and what's going on and why he wants to be the Crystal King. It can't be any worse than other villain resurrections that have happened. Oh wait, we don't talk about that one. Another piece of information regards Nya and how apparently she's going to be Samurai X again. I'm really not sure why this would happen since Pixel's kind of become the new Samurai X in the series, and Nya has kind of vanished since the last season, where she basically merged with the ocean and became one with it. It was kind of obvious that she might return with them eventually, but I'm not really sure how I feel about this happening. Maybe it'll be an explanation where, in order to get Nya unmerged with the ocean, she has to lose all her power and then she becomes Samurai X again. It's a little confusing, but I'm sure we'll get more about this as the set images are actually revealed, and once we actually know what the story is and what's going on. It's also been revealed that both Wu and Garmadon will be in the season as well. I'm really interested in seeing what happens with Garmadon, since the last time he was shown in the series, he was kind of left as an anti-hero, not really a bad guy, but also not really wanting to join the good guys either. I really hope they don't just turn him into a villain again just for the sake of it, and they actually make him more interesting and kind of keep the anti-hero aspect of it and see where he's been and what his character is like now. Also, Skylar and Nelson will be returning as well, which I am rather excited about. I'm especially looking forward to Skylar because it's been rumored that she is going to be joining the ninja team, and I'm really excited about that because, well, that's something that I was hoping would happen for a long time, but for some reason they never really did that. That's kind of something I wondered about the character Morrow and if he would ever join them. Although, I mean, it's pretty obvious that he's dead now, so unless maybe they actually have him return in this season as well, which that would be insane if that actually happened. Definitely looking forward to what kind of role she'll be playing in the season. In my series, she's still cheating on Kai though, which made a lot of people mad. I think it's kind of funny, but I am going to actually address that and make sure there's some kind of resolution to that story arc. Kai already knows that she's cheating on him since episode 2 of the final season, which made a lot of people happy as well, so it's going to be fun to kind of see how it plays out. Also, I am curious what Nelson is going to look like once we get the set images. I doubt he's going to be older like he is in my own series, and he also has a large focus in my final season. There's also a rumor that he might have the elemental power of wind, although I find that rather far-fetched. I'm not really sure if it's possible for him to have an element, but in my series at least, he does have the power to talk to animals, and that is kind of a part of his character development and the story that I have planned for that. It's already confirmed that a lot of the villains are going to be returning, which is rather exciting. It kind of seems like it's going to be a Day of the Departed scenario where all the villains return, but this time it'll be kind of different, especially with at least half of them taking on Ventstone forms, which, if you don't know, Ventstone is a material that can shut down elemental power and basically render anyone that has power useless. It's been teased to be important ever since Season 13, which was over a year ago. Now, regarding each villain returning, Asphyra and the Skull Sorcerer makes sense because they were kind of captured in earlier seasons. Pythor also makes sense because he kind of disappeared and was never really defeated, and I'm glad there might be some kind of resolution to what happens with that. Harumi returning is kind of weird, especially since she kind of perished in a falling building, and we did get a tease of her in the Prime Empire season, but that wasn't actually really her, so her actually coming back, I'm really not so sure about this, and I'm not sure how to feel. This kind of takes the emotion out of the scene where she's on a collapsing building in Season 9 Hunted. That's one of my favorite scenes of that season overall, and it would be kind of a shame if it was just kind of like, oh, never mind, she just comes back in a few seasons. I guess it shouldn't be that much of a big deal, but she's not even coming back in Ventstone form, so how they're going to explain this, I'm not really sure. I guess it could be like an illusion or something, who knows. Apparently Mr. E is also coming back, which he has been revealed as a robot, so I guess him coming back could work. And he is getting a Ventstone form, so it's not completely out of place, and it would be great to get more of him, so I guess there's a benefit to that as well. And last but not least, regarding the known information of the season, is the ninja actually getting golden forms. Or at least they're getting some kind of golden dragon armor with wings, and there's also a rumor that they can even fuse into a dragon. At least half of the LEGO sets coming out for the summer season will be related to their golden dragon vehicles, which it's going to be really exciting to see once the actual set images come up, and then I might do a video actually talking about those as well. It's interesting how they're having the ninja in golden suits for this season, especially since the original planned ending, which was Season 2, had Lloyd fight the Overlord in a golden form with his golden dragon. So it does kind of feel like the end of an era where huge things are happening with villains returning and the ninja in golden forms, along with some old friends also returning in the same season as well. Whether this will be the actual ending of the show or if it'll continue in some way is yet to be seen. So those are my overall thoughts and breakdown of the information regarding the season coming out in the summer, which may or may not be the last season to the actual show, although it is confirmed that there will be something Ninjago related in 2023, whether it just means the LEGO sets will continue or if there actually will be more stuff like shorts or a sequel series or maybe a soft reboot. Also, the last season of Ninjago has kind of been speculated all the way since Season 2. It's almost like a meme at this point where everyone's thinking, oh, this might be the last one. The ending is actually happening. It's kind of funny how that's happened a lot, and yet it's still going. Personally, I do want this show to get a good ending eventually. Like, I don't want it to just go on like The Simpsons or shows like that. If Arthur could get a final season, then the actual Ninjago series should probably get one too, with a really good ending. And then they could also do like spin-offs and prequel series and stuff like that outside the main series as well. But what do you think about all of this? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you around.